Hello, everyone. So, today I'm going to start cutting down the trees I need to get out of the way for our solar system install. And I've been out here this morning kind of getting everything ready, getting my chainsaw, nice and lubed, cleaned up a little bit. I haven't done very good at maintaining it all the time, so got a lot of the dirt and grease out of the essential areas, so it should be running perfect. There's a relatively new chain on it. Got a ladder, got the tripod so I can set up the camera so you guys can see, so I can film and capture some of this. And this is all just on my lawnmower cart setup because we don't have a tractor yet. It's on the list. It's something we want to get, but finances just say we got to make do without. And the reality is it's not holding us back yet. There are things that we want to do that having a tractor is going to become more impactful and more necessary, but it's not holding us back yet. And that's something that is important as you think about how you're going to approach your homestead and how you do it. Is you're going to find that you're going to have to make choices. Obviously, prioritize your projects, prioritize your finances, and just always remember that there are things you can do that don't require cost, don't require financial cost all the time. Sweat equity is a real thing. Find those projects and start those projects where you can get most of it done without spending the money. And sometimes you can make that choice of, well, I can either spend a lot of money and have this done for me, or rent a piece of equipment to do this, or I can do the sweat equity and not have to outlay the cost. So those are all things you got to figure out, things that we constantly have to figure out and address. And I don't make the best choice all the time. I just don't. You make the best choice that you can in the moment, thinking about it, praying about it, and working as a team with your spouse to figure out what the best is for your situation and your family. So I'm gonna get going out to the field. We'll show you what we got going on, and we'll start cutting some trees down. All right. Okay, so here we are. You can see our house over there, the gate we just came through, and we've got these trees here. We've got a couple persimmon trees and then a couple oak trees. This area is where our solar system is going to go. It's actually kind of a nice little tucked back area, so we don't have to see it. Over that hedgerow, that fence line, is our neighbor. And you can see some of the trees that got knocked down during the tornado when we first bought the property. This is another tree that we're going to take down because it's about 10 o'clock in the morning, and you can see the shade casting there. So we just wanted to get this tree down, and then I'm going to see if I can just take down these three, if that will be enough for where we're going to have the solar system, the array. And if necessary, we'll take down those two as well. But I'm gonna probably do this one first and just kind of work my way across like that. So I'm gonna get started. Hopped off the bar. I don't know why, but I'm gonna fix it because I brought the tools.
So it's probably here. I got it working again. Got the chain back on. Took off to grease up the sprocket and top off the bar and chain oil, which you need to do constantly, and top off the tool. So I'm gonna get back at it. I'm done cutting up this tree. Now my neighbor over there, he has a saw. Try this again. My neighbor has a sawmill, so I want to see if he wants the main log here to cut up for lumber, for anything. He and I talked about it, and he said that he might want a couple of persimmons at least, if not the oaks. So I'm gonna leave that bit for him. He'll come over with his skid steer or his tractor, grapple it, bring it over to his property another time. I'm going to work on getting the rest of the brush from this one over the burn pile. And about that, so we had a cedar that fell, and I think I did a little bit of a video. No, I didn't. Anyway, we had a cedar that had fallen near our neighbor's property, part of that tornado. I spent a couple days, couple weeks really, cutting that one up and chipping it down as much as I could, so we have good mulch, wood chips for mulch later on. Now we got a pretty good pile for that. I don't think you can ever have enough, especially with the cedar, because it tends to last forever. You can have that pile and don't have to worry about it really decomposing too much over time. This one I'm not really interested in chipping up at the moment. I've still got at least 4 other trees to do. So I hate wasting material, but it is something that I'm learning you have to accept as part of the whole experience. There are simply things that you can't hold on to for practical reasons. Either you don't have a purpose for it right now, or when you could have a purpose for it, you don't have a way to keep it for that. And so you have to use it the best way that you can in that moment. And sometimes that is just burning it off, brushing the brush. And that's just something you have to do. Now, I'm working on a way to eventually be able to capture at least some of that heat through a thermoelectric generator to be able to, we burn it and it turns into heat, obviously, and you can capture that heat in electrical form. That's far down the future though. And right now the best I can do is I'm harvesting, some of the larger branches to use for firewood later on. Now we don't have a wood burning fireplace right now, or a stove or anything like that, but it's something we do want to have in the future. And we do have a burn pit where we just like to have fires from time to time. So I'm going to keep a lot of these for that future, but the rest of the smaller branches, rather than mulching up at this time, I'm going to be just burning them off for the time being. So I'm going to get doing that, and then I think I got enough gas and oil and daylight to at least get this other persimmon down, and maybe get it cut up today as well. That'd be awesome if I could get 2 trees done. Got this tiny little cedar here next to it, so then I'm going to take it down first, just kind of get it out of the way. Not very big. And then I think I can take this other persimmon down straight down next to the brush pile, in between the brush pile and the fence there. It's leaning more towards the fence, but I think I can cut the trunk in such a way that I can direct its fall that way. Now, the nice thing is it's not tall enough, it's not going to hit the fence on that side. It would hit the fence over here if I screw it up. So I'm going to set up the camera, take out this little cedar, and then we'll see if I can cut that right. We'll see. Okay, as you can see, I didn't do that. It went right where I didn't want it to. But the good news is it didn't fall with a lot of force, or didn't fall, yeah, with a lot of force. So the fence is relatively undamaged. I'll be able to cut it up and without injuring anything else. And yeah, but at least nothing was really at stake.
Okay, so my chain is dull. It started smoking pretty good. I don't have a file for it. I know that's bad of me. I'll eventually get one, but it's more economical for me at the moment just to get a new chain, which I'll do tomorrow. So I didn't quite get done cutting up this second one. I got a good ways on it though. Got the burn pit over there working down. It's at a low enough place now that I can leave it go, get cleaned up and eat. And I'll check on it in a little bit. But I'm done for today. I'll call it 1.5 trees down, or 1 3/4. But got more to go. So this will be an ongoing project. Don't know if I'll film the whole thing. Maybe I'll do an updated one when I get those trees, or when we're getting closer to the actual install of the array in the solar system. But I'm glad that you watched. If you've watched, hopefully you've either learned something or laughed at me in stuff that I did. And if you have any questions or any feedback, obviously share them in the comments below. And if you aren't already, subscribe to our channel. And if you think there's others out there that would enjoy what we're doing, go ahead and share it with them as well. All right. So until next time, keep the faith and keep up the fight. Bye.